have been obsessed with making my own chipotle bowls lately. I meal prep 6 of them at a time, and I'm going to share the recipe, and then at the end we will compare the cost of the DIY version to the actual chipotle bowl. This is quite an involved recipe, so bear with me a bit. Starting with the chicken, I got a family pack of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. This is 8 chicken thighs. Trim off any fatty bits and then toss those into a bowl along with a 1/4 cup of oil, 1/4 cup of water, and 1 packet of this chipotle marinade. Mix to make sure the chicken is evenly coated, then cover and refrigerate for at least an hour. While the chicken marinates, I'm going to prep my veggies. I finely diced 1 red onion. I use my vegetable chopper to help make this process faster. I also seeded and diced 2 jalapenos. I diced 6 Roma tomatoes, and I finely chopped 1 bundle of cilantro. I'm going to make the guac first, which requires 6 ripe avocados into a bowl along with a 1/2 cup of the chopped red onion, a hefty pinch of cilantro, lime juice, and salt. Mash with a potato masher until you get the consistency that you like. I did not measure the lime juice or the salt. I just kind of add, taste, and then add more as needed. It was probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons of lime juice, and yes, I use the bottle kind because it's cheaper. You'll want to store the guacamole in small enough containers that you can fill it up entirely. This will help to minimize browning. I used 8-ounce containers, and as you can see, I made sure the lid was in contact with the guacamole and I pressed out as much air as possible. I was able to fill 3.5 containers. Next, for the pico, into a bowl I added the diced tomatoes, diced jalapenos, but you can leave these out for a milder salsa, 1 cup of diced red onion, a hefty pinch of cilantro, but make sure to save some cilantro for the rice, about a 1/4 cup of lime juice, and salt. Toss this to combine, and again, taste and add more lime juice or salt if needed. This will also get stored in a container in the fridge. For the rice, I'm going to thoroughly rinse 1 pound of white rice. It's about 2.5 cups, and I'm going to cook this in my rice cooker with the appropriate amount of water. I've just been doing the knuckle trick for measuring my water lately, and it works. Now it's about time to cook our marinated chicken. I fry them in a skillet on medium-high heat for 5 to 6 minutes per side, and as they finish cooking, I transfer them into a bowl and I cover them with foil to rest. I cooked the chicken in 2 batches, and while my chicken cooked, I finally shredded a block of Monterey Jack cheese, but I did not film that. Last couple of things, I used 2 cans of seasoned black beans. You can warm those up in the microwave or on the stovetop, and this is a nifty trick for the sour cream. You just stir it very well, the entire tub, not just the top. I don't understand the science behind it, but it's what Chipotle does, and it is why their sour cream is so smooth and creamy. At this point, my rice was done, so I added a 1/4 cup of lime juice and the remainder of my chopped cilantro, a couple hefty pinches of salt, and I gently folded that all into the rice. Then lastly, chop up the chicken into bite-sized pieces and return it to the bowl so we can toss it in those delicious juices that settled to the bottom. I feel like this portion of the video deserves the Avengers Assemble audio. I divided my cilantro lime rice evenly between my 6 containers. I did the same with my black beans and my chicken thighs. Now for meal prepping, I would just stop there, cover it and refrigerate it. Then when you go to reheat it, that is when I would add my fresh salsa, sour cream, shredded cheese, and guacamole. Now for the price comparison. Remember, guac is extra at Chipotle, so to make an identical bowl to this one, it totals $12.40 for 1 bowl, but my 6 bowls total cost me $32. I'll include a price breakdown in the description box, but mine were about $5 a piece, so you will have to decide if it's worth the effort. I do it because I like to cook, I'm cheap, and I don't like to go places, so for me, it is worth the effort.